Let's see if I can get this lighting to look better. I don't know. Hey, everybody. Is the quality better? Is the sound okay? My day was weird. Twitch was a complete failure. There's just, I don't know. I'll figure that out whenever Mercury decides not to be in retrograde. I don't know. I'll figure it out sometime this week. But Twitch was a failure. It was a complete failure. It's just so much. Like it's YouTube is so simple. Like to set this to get this streaming was so simple. Like I just plugged the webcam in, plugged the mic in. There was no like choppy anything. It's just there it was. And so like right now, this took me literally to set up for YouTube. This took me literally like 5 seconds. I struggled with Twitch for about 30 minutes trying to figure out, well, and it's the software, the hardware. I don't know. First, the frames per second wasn't matching this, and I'm just like, come on, can y'all just like, I don't know. But anyways, yeah. I don't know. Twitch just got on my nerves. I'm like, maybe I need a better computer to do it at this point. That's probably what it is. I probably need a better computer. And it's like the internet's not good. I'm like, I pay so much for internet. How is the internet not good? It's fine here. It's fine on YouTube. So I don't know. I don't know Twitch. But yeah. It really isn't like because I tried using the Twitch because Twitch has its own little streaming software. I tried using that. It was choppy and it was laggy and it wasn't doing anything. And it's like, okay, cool. And then I tried OBS and for about 15 minutes, OBS wouldn't open up for some reason. I'm just like, okay, that makes sense. And then so I was just like, okay, let's keep going. And then OBS was choppy and laggy, and I'm just like, I'm just gonna stream on YouTube. It's easier, it's quicker. I can get the job done. We don't have to be waiting for 30 minutes for me to get on when I said I was gonna get on at 6. Anyways, yeah. So, hey guys, thank you for joining me. I am so sorry I'm late. I'm technically 37 minutes late. I was supposed to go on at 6 today on Twitch, but due to Mercury retrograde and technical difficulties, that didn't happen. So here I am. But yeah, so yeah, I don't know what happened. I was, because I don't understand how this is, we're live and it's going smoothly here, but OBS is just like, it's not fast enough. This is not quick enough. I'm like, you should have the servers to take care of that. Apparently YouTube does. But anyways, let's not have that conversation here. But I was just a little frustrated with the whole streaming thingamajigger. But yeah. So I'm probably going to be on here for about like an hour or so just to kind of like, have fun with you guys, connect with you guys today. I was supposed to do this yesterday, but I usually use my phone to do my lives. But what happened is that the port in my phone decides it doesn't want to accept sound correctly. And so the sound was sounding like a staticky dead robot. And I love you guys enough not to put you through that in the live stream where I'm sounding like, so I'm just like, yeah, let's not put this on. And I found out that it was making that noise in the last minute. It was the last minute when I found out. And yeah, yesterday was a gift. But anyways, enough of me just talking about my day. I hope you guys had a good last couple of days since I've been on here. Oh God, it was terrible. It was real bad. I don't know what, I think at this point, iPhones they're really trying to get rid of the whole headphone port, so they put as little effort into it as possible. And so yeah, after what, not even a couple months, like not even a year, it decided it didn't want to work anymore. But it is what it is. So yeah, I'm just gonna read some of your chats. Do I play World of Warcraft? No, I don't. I haven't played World of Warcraft in a long time. I mean a long time. It's like high school. And back when I was in high school, that's when it was like really big. That's when like all of my like friends were like on it. Like I had a friend of mine. She would always like she would just stay on World of Warcraft. Just when we get to school until we got out, like she had her laptop with her, and that's all she did. And I was just, I played a couple times, but I wasn't really as into it as she was. But I haven't played that game in a while, though, unfortunately. Do you watch anime? I do watch anime. I just finished Demon Slayer on Netflix. I don't know if they have any more episodes in English sub, and just Netflix just has the dubbed episodes, or they're still making episodes. I don't know, but I finished I finished Demon Slayer today. I finished My Hero earlier this weekend. I'm just waiting for the new season. What else am I watching? I'm there's another anime I'm going to be watching next, because I'm kind of like, I have a list. So, but yeah, I just finished Demon Slayer today. I loved it too. I enjoyed it. I didn't, the first episode I was like, okay, this is pretty neat one. But then it kept going, and I like the show. It's a really good show. So I don't know if, like I said, I don't know if Netflix only has the dubbed episodes and they haven't dubbed anymore yet, and there's some English subbed. I'm gonna have to check it out. I hope so. That way I can watch more of it, because I don't care if it's dubbed or not. But yeah, I really enjoy Demon Slayer. Netflix dub is so bad, I can't argue with that. I can't. I tend to look at, I rather subbed. When I'm looking at my anime, I rather have the subbed anime. I don't like it dubbed, because I don't know, it just sounds weird when it's dubbed sometimes. Some people they'll say something and it just doesn't fit. Like you'll watch the English sub version, and you're just like, okay, that makes sense. But then you watch the English dub version, you're just like, what? So sometimes I tend to prefer the English subs, but I mean, Netflix was right there, and I didn't have to go through all the trouble of trying to find it some other way. But yeah. Tokyo Ghoul. I watched a couple episodes of Tokyo Ghoul, but I never got around to finishing it for some reason. I don't know why. That one and Sword Guy. I watched like I watched like the first season. I'm like, okay, cool. And a few episodes the second, and I was just like, I don't know. I might get back into it. I might not. I don't know. Some animes catch me where I can watch them all the way through. And then there's some animes where I'm just kind of like, yeah, I can come back to this on another day. I don't know. AOT, Attack on Titan. I'm actually watching. I have to catch up on the final season. I finished season 1 and 2 of Attack on Titan. And I think, yeah, there's 2, 3 seasons. I don't know. I think 3 seasons, whatever. This is the 4th, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, don't worry about it. But I'm caught up on Attack on Titan. I just have to start. I watched the first episode of the final season, and now I just have to continue on with that. But with Attack on Titan, I think I'm gonna have to like rewatch everything, because I'm just, there'll be episodes where I'm just lost. I'm like, wait, what's going on? Who did what? Are the Titans our friends now? Like, what's going on? Like, so I have to rewatch that anime, like, through and through. Another one, no, I finished it. I'm not gonna say it right. Doro Hidoro. Yeah, Doro Hidoro. I actually finished it. I love that anime. If I'm not mistaken, it's about these witches or something that go into these. It's like a different world, like this like different world where there's witches and stuff like that. It's really interesting. And there's this one guy with a like a I'll say like a serpent or whatever for a head, like a lizard for a head now. Yeah, I love it. Ebisu. I love Ebisu so much. And if you haven't seen that anime, Durabor, I think if I'm saying it right, but if you haven't seen it, it's on Netflix. Ebisu, oh my god. Yeah, I love it. I love it so much. But let's see what else. Let's see. Thank you so much. Let's see. But yeah, I have for a period of time I didn't watch anime for some reason. I don't know if it was just I was just in a weird phase in my life, but I was just like I just didn't watch it. And I partially in part because there's certain animes, I know most of you guys can like get this. There's certain animes where they put a lot of unnecessary filler in their animes where you want to like I'm one of those types of people where it's just like I want to get to the point of the story, like stick to the story, like let me know what's going on. Don't give me a whole bunch of fillers and like side quests. I'm just like, come on, man, just that's not why I'm here. And certain animes tend to overdo the filler. Naruto. And then so at some point I got so frustrated. I'm just like, if I'm just not gonna get the story, I'm just gonna stop watching. And so yeah, so at one point I lost my patience with anime at some point. And then just recently, I started rewatching some shows and stuff, and I kind of fell in love with it again. So, yeah, yeah, Naruto is just the filler is just too much. But it wasn't just Naruto; it was Bleach had a whole bunch of filler. Um, it's just there was another show I was watching. I was just like, really? There was what was it? I think it's called Batum or something like that. Whatever. It ended abruptly. I guess I think the creator died or something, and I was upset about that. Man, there was just so many, like I got my heart broken by so many animes before. I just stopped watching. I was like, I can't suffer another heartbreak. But lately they've been redeeming themselves. Like One Punch Man redeemed my faith in anime so much. Like it just did. So yeah. Let's see. What's funny though? I was that kid in school where they made fun of watching anime. Like people used to make fun of me back in high school and middle school for watching anime and just like being that like they were weeboo whatever. And like now everybody wants to be a part of the bandwagon. I'm like, really? Now you guys watch anime? Like I had people who would bully me in high school. Well, not bully. I didn't get bullied in high school by students. I got bullied in high school by teachers. A lot of the that's actually very accurate. But a lot of the like students that would make jokes about me watching anime in high school and middle school, like they're posting videos and stuff about them watching like anime, and I'm like, where was this? Where was this? Like we could have been friends if you like this. Like what was this? But yeah, it's like I liked anime before it was cool. But anyways, yeah. Do you watch Avatar: The Last Airbender? Watch both of them, Korra and The Last Airbender. I personally preferred Aang. Korra's Korra's adventure was fun and I enjoyed it. I loved the different avenues and different ways of they explored the universe, the Avatar universe with Korra, especially adding new little elements like like movies and like they make movies in the world now, versus back when we were dealing with Aang, there was no such thing as like video cameras, so they kind of like made it more futuristic, if that makes any sense. I just wish they like Aang was such a likable avatar. Like you loved Aang. I wish they did the same thing for Korra. Like Korra was cool and fun, but they made her like they made her a little bit too what's the word? Like not naive, but they made her too like she would make really bad decisions. It's just like, come on, Cora, and it's just like obviously bad decisions. Like I just want you to be a likable character. Um, but I enjoy both. I just feel like Aang was more like he took on this really gentle, sweet, like cool character, whereas like Korra was just really rough around the edges. And it's like, okay, I like you, but just chill. I don't know. That's just me, but I like Aang. Aang was my favorite. Let's see. I'm 20 and watching anime. When am I streaming on Twitch? When Twitch decides it wants me to stream. Seriously, when Twitch decides it likes me enough to stream. I tried it earlier and it didn't want me to do it. Like the streaming was choppy. There was nobody in the room. Like it was just I was basically like waiting for a good while and no one was showing up. So it's just like I don't know. When I get better equipment, maybe I'll Twitch because I don't know what's going on with maybe it's my laptop. Maybe it's I have to upgrade my hardware. But like I said, YouTube's working just fine. So I don't understand how YouTube's working fine and Twitch has to go get choppy. But that's a discussion for another day. I'm just gonna stick with what I got and be happy with it. That's how I got as far as I got to this point. So let's see. Are you doing ASMR? I am doing ASMR right now. I'm just kind of like talking to you guys. I want to do these streams just as like connection purposes. I can do little triggers and stuff like that. But I just kind of want to connect with my audience more and just kind of show you guys like, me, my actual self, like, what I do, what I'm like in real time. And yeah, and I just, yeah. And plus like I have and like I make videos and a whole bunch of other videos for ASMR if you just feels like this is not helping you sleep or anything like that. I do apologize, but if you feel like this is just too distracting, there's a whole bunch of videos and stuff you could watch. And but yeah, that's just kind of what I'm doing right now. Let's see. I can't be fake. I can't be fake positive. I tried. Like, when you're a Sagittarius sun and a Gemini moon with an Aquarius rising, you can't be fake positive. Like, it's just your face. Like, the Aquarius enough makes you just so realistic, like harshly realistic. Like, and not to mention like the Sagittarius in me, which makes me overly dramatic sometimes. Um, yeah, you can't be fake happy. I mean, and don't get me wrong, like I'm not a depressing person. Like if you meet me, I'm a very funny, fun-loving, joyous person. Like I do a whole bunch of crazy stuff. Like all my friends can tell you, hanging out with me, I'm really fun to hang out with. It's just that, like, man, just stupid stuff tends to happen at random times of the day, and I'm just like, come on, man, like give me a break. Like today when I was looking for the webcam, I went to a Best Buy. It was on my way home. And it's just like a straight shot, go to the Best Buy right on your way, and you just go straight home. And mind you, it's the convenience factor. It's not like I'm losing my life for this, but it's just a convenience factor. But I'm just like, all right, I'm just gonna run to Best Buy, pick up the webcam, and go home, right? So what happened was I go to Best Buy, and then I go to look for the webcam, and the webcam I'm looking for is out of stock. So I'm like, fine, whatever. I'm maybe check and see if it's the back. And I don't know if it's just some Best Buys or just Best Buy in general, but the employees, like, I don't know, they're not, I don't know, they're either all over the place. You can't find them when you need them. I don't know. Regardless, I'm just waiting to like see, if this, thing is in stock. It took about 20 minutes to figure out if that webcam was in stock. And I was just like, it wasn't. So I wasted 20 minutes being at that Best Buy anyway. And then I'm like, okay, well, it would have been helpful. You guys would have told me this like 20 minutes ago. And so I drove to another one and got I got the webcam. It is what it is, but it's just like, come on, guys. But like first world problems, hashtag first world problems. I didn't get my webcam wasn't my first Best Buy, so I had to go to another one. First world problems. Yeah, that's my Twitch stream didn't stream correctly. Meanwhile, there's people starving in the world, and I'm crying over a Twitch stream. Like, that's, trust me. Jeez Louise. But yeah. Do you like horror games? I love horror games. I would Twitch horror games if Twitch lets me. So this is gonna be the taking shots at Twitch podcast. Like, watch, like, they ban me. It's like, so we heard what you were saying, Mr. Silverhair. And apparently you have some beef. Well, yeah, you didn't let me stream. And we won't ever let you stream. But yeah. Thank you. Thank you for the compliment. I honestly think this webcam is making me look really weird, but that's my own weird opinion. How do I have great skin? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's just, it's, you know, those one of those things that you like, one of those weird attributes that you have. You're like, I have this really cool attribute. I don't know why that's the attribute. It's just there. That's my skin. Then, like I think I said in previous streams, but it balances itself out because I have a terrible stomach. So like what makes up in my skin, I lack in my stomach. So it is what it is. Do you know Saj? No. Let's see. What's your zodiac sign? Follow me on Instagram. That's gonna be my default answer when people ask me about my 3 zodiac signs and my personality. Just follow me on Instagram. All that info is right there. You can just click follow Silverhair1111. You get all the info you need. What I do, how I do it, when I do it, what time I do it. Yeah. Dude, funny story about Zeitgeist. I have to collab with him. I'm going to send him a message actually. Thank you. You just made my night. I followed Zeitgeist. He was like one of my first ASMR follows, to be honest with you. I never mentioned that, but he was actually one of my first ASMR follows. And he followed me right back. And I was like, oh my God. So yeah, Zeitgeist is awesome, man. I love his videos. Like I said, sometimes I forget certain ASMR artists. I forget ASMR artists when people ask me like one of my favorite, but Zeitgeist is one of my favorite. His visuals are amazing. His visuals are really amazing. There's a lot of good ASMR artists out there. There really is. So we're in a really good, the thing of what I love about the ASMR community is that there's something for everybody. There's not like, you don't have to stick to one artist. There's like a little bit of something for everybody. If you want Reiki, you can come to me, you can come to Luna Nate, Reiki Healing Hope. You have different artists for that. If you want like doctor role plays, you have Dr. Andrew Michaels, you have Selene, you have massage ASMR. If you like, gaming ASMR, there's, I think Ephemeral Rift does a few gaming ASMR videos. There's other ASMR artists who do gaming ASMR videos. There's something for everything in the community, and I think that's really interesting. And it's grown since it got started, like way back in the early 2010s. So it's such a fascinating community, and I'm really happy to be a part of it. So, but yeah, cool guy, cool ASMR Zeitgeist is awesome. But yeah, but can I whisper? I can whisper. I'm being too loud. But yeah, do I have a bedtime? Well, I'm 28 years old. I tend to like go to bed. I like going to bed at a reasonable hour, like like around like reasonable for me is like 8 or 9, 8 p.m., 9 p.m. But my insomnia might keep me up to like 3. It's like I want to go to bed at like 8, 9, maybe if I'm lucky 10, but my insomnia will keep me up at like 3, 4. Let's see. Am I lagging a bit? Well, that's cool. That's cool, Colors of Hope. That's pretty cool. I wish you good luck with your channel. That's amazing. Um, do your friends know you do ASMR? Actually, I met one of my friends through my videos. She was watching me. She watched me, and she found out that I was in Houston, Texas, and she sent me a message via Instagram. This was like before, this is like when I was just getting off the ground. I was at like 30,000 subscriptions. And she's like, hey, you want to come over and smoke? I'm like, yeah. And we became friends. That was it. That's pretty much it. Like, hey, you want to go over and smoke a blunt? Yeah, sure. What up? We're friends. That's how easy it is to make friends with me. There was this one guy at the mall this week. He just stopped me because he liked the way my hair looked. He was like, I like your hair or whatever. Just started talking to me. I'm just like, hey, whatever. So you want to hang out sometime? He's like, yeah, that's it. Like I'm pretty simple. I'm very simple. I did ASMR, but they more lo-fi because I am professional. And you'd be surprised that people everybody have different tastes when it comes to ASMR. Some people like more of the like fast pace. Some people like things that are slow. Some things people like more lo-fi. Some people like more professional. You just got to do it, and there really isn't like it's no big deal. It's just it is what it is. What kind of music do I like? I think it's safe to say I like music in general, but I have a very, very huge addiction to anything synthwave related, like anything like 80s related, anything kind of like cyberpunky related. Like I have a huge, like, I love anything synthwavy and stuff. Um, like Calm Trues is one of my favorite artists that I've been listening to a lot. What's another? I listen to like artists like I said, it varies. Like I you, let's see, like rock, metal, hip hop, R&B, blues. I listen to just music in general. I just love music. 80s music is life. Like, and here's the thing: there's people that listen to 80s music, and I'm talking about like the mainstream 80s music, like Madonna, Whitney Houston, Michael Jackson. The big 80s pop stars at the time. No, I'm talking about like the Fix. I'm talking about like Romeo Void. I'm talking about like the 80s bands that your parents knew about when your parents or grandparents knew about when they were kids, and they probably forgot about it because that band made like 2, 3 records and they stopped. Like I'm talking about that 80s, like Canadian 80s artists and like UK 80s artists and stuff like that, like the indie stuff. That's what I'm talking about. That's the type of music I listen to. And so like I'll play a song for friends. They're like, what is this? I'm like, this is this band. They're like, you listen to that? I'm like, yeah. But they wouldn't be able to reference it because it's very obscure. That's the type of music I listen to. Let's see. By the way, guys, I'm going to be doing another role play video this week that's coming out on a Friday. Hopefully, it's going to be a cyberpunk role play, and um, it's for this promo that I'm doing with this uh sponsor. So look out for that on Friday. I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to try to be as creative with it as possible. I'm going to start filming it tomorrow. I'm going to have fun with it. I'm going to try to have fun with it. But yeah, I'm going to do a cyberpunk role play. I'm going to start filming it tomorrow, and it should be out on Friday. I'm waiting for some approval for a certain video. And once that's done, then but I'm going to start filming it tomorrow morning when I get up. I'm going to wake up tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. because that's when I wake up, and that's when everybody around here is asleep and they're not making noise, which it's quiet right now, which is very weird. It's very quiet right now, which is very weird. But yeah, I'm going to film that this week. That's in the plans. I love Cyberpunk. I'm actually, the reason why I don't have it is because I don't have a PS5. Like if I had a PS5, I would try to figure out how to stream me playing that game. Like I waited for that game for a very long time, but like, man, I don't even think we're going to see another PS5 this year. Either PS, like, cause it's just like, there'll be, because Twitter, here's the thing. I love Twitter, but Twitter's a dick. Twitter will be like, Best Buy and GameStop just released PS5 consoles, and like, what is it, like 3? And they'll release like 3 of them, and like bots will buy that within 2 seconds, and you're just like, okay, what was that for? Because like we all know what's going on. Like we all know there's those automatic bots who purchase these like PS5s and Xbox whatevers, and they sell it at a twice as much as the price. I'm not paying $1,000 for a console. Like, I got bills. I got bills, man. Like, I'm not paying $1,000 for a console, man. Like, the lights gotta stay on. Please. I'm sorry. I know I'm supposed to be like lower, but like, because it's just like, I don't know. When you become an adult, you start making life decisions like that, and it's just like there's certain things where you're just like, listen, I love you, but this is where I draw the line. Like, I am not spending $1,000 on a console, man. It is not that important. Do you need lights and running water? I don't know. I think we could probably get by on just plain like oxygen, but you know, I don't know how to explain that to the people that to the apartment building. Be like, hey, your water's cut off and you ain't got no lights. What's going on here? It's just like, Dave. Oh dear Lord. Do I like The Legend of Zelda? I love The Legend of Zelda. My favorite game is Majora's Mask, and it's not even funny. My favorite game of the series is Majora's Mask, and it's not even funny. I have to play the new one. Be quiet, stomach. I have to play the new game, Into the Wild, I think it's called. That one looks really good. First roll. I didn't get my PS5 for Christmas. First roll. The world's unfair. I didn't get my PS5 or my Xbox for Christmas. I specifically asked for both consoles. Yeah, there's so many other things that are more important at this point. And it's just like I have to get my car fixed and stuff like that. I had bills. I had like medical bills. I wasn't worried about a console, guys. Let's say, I love your flashlights. Will you make any more? I will. I will make more flashlight. Put more flashlights in my videos. Let's see. I really want to see you as Black Panther or Killmonger. I'll have to. I'll actually get. I actually need to get the costume because I've actually gotten that request more times than not in the past. Like someone actually was like, "Can you do Black Panther?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And I never got around to it because I went and got Miles Morales, which I have to find that costume. But yeah, I'll see if I can find the costume for T'Challa. That actually is a good idea. I just gotta find, and like while I'm at that, get a green screen so that actually looks authentic instead of me doing behind one of these lights again. Let's see. What about Static Shock? There was a period in my life where I had dreadlocks and I really resembled Static Shock. So I don't know. Just seems a little bit too surreal. I might. I never thought about doing that, but I might. Let's see. Would you ever do a video helping motivate people with depression, like affirmations and stuff? Yeah. That's a good idea for another one. I can do either this week or for next week. Just have it on deck. So after I finish the cyberpunk video, I can do something for positive affirmations and depression. Yeah. If you guys have any ideas, shoot them my way, and I'll see if I can do them. It's that's actually a really good idea, to tell you the truth. I played it a long time ago when like back in the Nintendo 64 days. So when I had my Nintendo 64, that was that game and Mario 64. And man, it was a fun game. That was a fun game. It's like, what is this behind my neck? I scraped it. What do you think happens to us when we die? That's a good question. There's multiple theories. We can get into that. There's multiple theories on what happens. My theory, and I've actually got my theory about death from the Tibetan Book of the Dead, and I think it's a really good way of explaining it. Be quiet, stomach. So let's stop talking. Okay, so let's think of it like this. Let's say your soul is a very light. How can I explain this? Okay, so let's say your soul is made of particles, right? Little subatomic particles, right? And these subatomic particles are very light. And then there's karma, which will be not karma like as in what comes around, but like stuff that you've attached to yourself in previous lives and just in general. Like whenever the soul is created, whenever the soul is created in general, there's certain things, extra energy attached to it, right? So let's say your soul is basically made up of those really light particles, which is your authentic self, and the karma, which is those heavy particles to which stick to your, those lighter particles to which is your soul, right? When you die, those heavy particles are removed. And what happens is that the lighter particles are able to ascend. But the only reason why that you're in this body is because those lighter particles are held down by those heavy particles, which is karma. And once those karmas are removed, which is you kind of living your life, learning the lessons and going through different things, which is why it hurts, why lessons hurts, because you have to remove those particles. You become lighter, more enlightened. And once you've removed all that stuff, you're able to ascend. And that's kind of how I see death. And when you die, sometimes those particles that are able to ascends, but the ones that aren't able stay on Earth and just mature as time goes by. And once it's able to mature to sentience, you're able to, and basically it's able to comprehend life itself as we perceive it right now. Once that energy is matured enough, it makes its way into its body, to basically the body or the parents that kind of carry the same sort of karmatic equation. That way the child can balance out their karmatic equation in this life, or whatever leftover karmatic energy that they had in this life, which ends up breaking family cycles, blah, 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 stuff like that. So it's basically kind of like you're getting rid of stuff to basically go higher. That's basically what death is. Your soul never really dies. It just removes stuff that you've accumulated, or your energy has accumulated through many lifetimes, many, rounds of just being in this existence anyway. And that's just kind of how I see death. And so, it is what it is. It sounds very neutral, but at the same time, you also have to understand that energy itself transforms. So when you die, there's a chance that the people are like, you can go to heaven and there's like angels. There's a chance that actually exists. That's actually not a strange theory, but in that thought of, you physically visualizing heaven, you've at that point physically manifested yourself which is possible. Your energy has manifested itself to where it is sentient enough to perceive that this reality exists. And so once you've gotten to that point, you've been the body, you may have taken on the body of a celestial, which is an angel. It's still plausible, but your energy just decided to be reborn into a body of a celestial, which is now being used to project that reality to which you notice to be heaven or something like that, if that makes any sense. So like when you say your parents become angels, it's like, yeah, they became angels, but now their energy is being projected through a body of a celestial, if that makes, yeah. So that's death. It's basically kind of like your energy just switches bodies and it does whatever it wants and it plays out whatever role it chooses to play out. And so, when you hear Jim Carrey say like, I'm not Jim Carrey, I'm someone playing as Jim Carrey, that's what he means. It means that his soul is playing out the role of Jim Carrey, but when he dies, his soul will take another body and play out a different role. That's all that is. And I just had a whole conversation of life and death for like, God knows how long. So like reincarnation, yeah, but not in a sense. See, people when they think about reincarnation, people will ask you, well, how come if we were reincarnated, we don't remember our past lives? Because your brain was made when you were born. Like your soul remembers. Like, and this is evidence here. Like you ever meet a person and you just instantly connect with them and you just don't understand why? Your soul remembers. Like your soul remembers a lot of things. It's like your soul chose your parents. Your soul chose your parents because they had the exact energy equation that matched your vibration. So it knows what to do. Your soul is on autopilot. You don't think it's on autopilot, but it is on autopilot. Like it knows what it's doing. But because our brains, our hearts, our bodies were, physically manifested like on the day of our birth, it like be quiet stomach, because of that being the case. It won't remember a past life. It has no capabilities of doing that. Like it was created in 1992. So it's just like, it's not going to be like, I remember. Now, some people can channel that. There's channeling that information. And that's again, that's a whole, that's usually done via the soul. It's not something that you do via the mind. The mind can be used to project the reality to which may have taken place, and that's where you get visions. But it's not like something that the mind inherently does. Your spirit has a line, has a code to it. Like it has an entire like form of its own DNA, if that makes sense. That basically not only stems from you, but from your parents, your parents' parents. So it's like there's so many different lines that are attached to your soul. That it's able to do whatever it needs to do to adapt to its surroundings. And just, in other words, energy can't be created nor destroyed. It can only be transformed. That's basically how I perceive life. It's just like the soul will do what it needs to do to get to the elevation of enlightenment to which it needs to get to reach the next level. It's going to do whatever it needs to do. It'll attract certain situations in your life, people in your life, and you'll be like, well, why did this happen to me? Why do I have to go through this? Why does life have to be so hard? It's basically your soul saying, I need to elevate and I'm going to do anything by any means necessary to do it. So I'm going to keep attracting these situations to your life until you learn a lesson. That's all it is. That's basically life in a nutshell. Your soul attracting situations to get better. That's life. That's life. It's weird. Let's see. Let's see. I need clarification. Well, see, you're seeing it as like, okay, so what I'm saying is, you see how, okay, like let's take a magnet. All right. Let's take a magnet, right? If I put a magnet in a piece of metal, the metal is automatically going to be attracted to the magnet, right? Look at it from the same perspective as a soul to a body, right? If let's say my mom, she did some things in her life, like her life path led her to make certain decisions. My dad's life path led him to make certain decisions, and through those decisions, it carried on a certain energy about them that they both kind of manifested, when they came together. Now, when they come together, and my stomach decides not to talk too much, when they come together, there's a certain energy that they bring about them. And when they bring that energy about them, there's another energy that's present, because the energy is always present. There's different types of energies present no matter what. And depending on what energy they're both displaying at that moment, is what energy is attracted to it. And if that energy is in whatever energy is attracted to it, if it chooses to manifest itself in a sentient manner, which means it chooses to be like, hey, listen, I want to be a kid. I don't want to be just this mindless energy floating in the offing. I want to be, I'm able to be a kid. It can choose it. It will be attracted to the two individuals, and upon consummation, whenever they have the kid, as the kid is being created inside of the womb, as the process is taking place, that energy is accumulating inside of the body. Once the spiritual energy within the kid starts to accumulate, and when you get full activity, full energy, that's when you start seeing movement and stuff like that. That's why the trimesters exist. That's why you start noticing different trimesters, and that's the baby becoming aware of its surroundings. That's the soul maturing inside of the womb, becoming aware. Once it becomes aware, then that's what happens. But it's basically what happens is there's a whole bunch of energy just being attracted into this one area until it's sentient enough to understand what the hell's going on. That's it. I'm actually not hungry. Just it's the Crohn's disease. Like the funny thing, I had a story about that. And we've been on for 40 minutes, so we're doing good. It's just, I have Crohn's disease. So my innards, my insides are like totally messed up. And so they'll make weird sounds whenever there's like movement. Like if there's like air, they'll make weird sounds and stuff like that. And yeah. So, funny story about the Crohn's disease. It's not funny. It's actually pretty annoying, but I think it's funny because I don't know how else to like unpack this. So what was it, a month ago now? 3 weeks? I did, some blood work to kind of see like what medication I was going to be taking, right? We all knew what the diagnosis was for my issue, but I went to get like a colonoscopy done, which is basically they stick a camera up your butt and take pictures of your insides. And I got a colonoscopy done, and I was like, okay, the blood test was done like a week or so before the colonoscopy. They should at least have the results in to at least, contact my medical insurance and say, hey, can you get approved for this medication? Well, my doctor decided to wait till the last minute, and he didn't make that contact till last week. And so the insurance company calls me, was it yesterday? Like, hey, yeah, we're just getting some information to see if you're going to be approved for this medication. I'm like, ma'am, we're in February. Like, I took that blood test at the beginning of January, like January 5th. I'm like, how did y'all just get this today? He's like, well, he just sent the request. I'm like, you guys should have had the answer to that blood test like a week when so I'm like, and when am I getting my medication? Like March? like, because it's a special medication. It's weird. It's a special medication where it's like, it's basically like what, I don't know how I'm explaining this. It's basically what diabetics use, the pins. So they have to have a nurse come to the house and kind of teach me how to take the medication. So it's a very intricate medication. And there's a way I have to do it. So, and also it's pretty expensive, not to mention Humira is very expensive. So there's a whole process that I have to do before I start taking this medication. And I'm thinking like this week we should get the process started. And the way it's going, that the insurance company I probably won't get the response until next week. So I won't get on this medication until next week. And I'm just like, okay. It's not insulin. It's supposed to stop inflammation, but the way it works, it's like one of those like pins where you prick yourself. Like the first dosage, I have to prick myself like 4 times. It's like the first dosage, I think it's 4 times for 2 weeks, then 3 times 2 weeks, then 2, and then 1, and then I got to go back and get checked. It's Crohn's disease isn't a joke, guys. It's real. It's some painful, crazy stuff, and like it's not fun. Let's see. Why does it remind me? Most time if I'm gonna be a first sponsorship. No, actually, I've been so blessed lately with sponsors. I've been very blessed with sponsors lately, and I can't be as thankful enough. Um, but yeah, no, it's I've done a couple of sponsored videos, and I'm very thankful for it. What about blacklighting, shot lock, blacklight? Oh yeah. Um, Here's the thing. So, I need to do a. What I need to do is I need to do like a team for like which heroes I would have on my team if I were to create a hero from My Hero Academia. Froppy is one. So Sue Froppy is one. Shoto is another will be my other one. And my last one, I thought I had three. So my last one would be let's see. Mm, Sue is smart, and I know she uses her brain, so that's why I would have her. Shoto would be he's strong enough to like he's strong as hell, and he's also very calm. So he's not going to be someone who's going to make rash decisions. Hopefully, if Endeavor doesn't get involved, but I'm trying to think. I don't know. I wouldn't see. It's the thing. Midori would just I don't know. I feel like he'd win, but it would be like you should have done that. Um, I think his moves would be too brash. It'd just be too quick, too impulsive, and I don't work like that. Um, I'll get a teacher. Let's do let's do the let's do Eraserhead. Let's do Eraserhead because he can stop abilities and stuff. So it'd be more of a stealth mission than anything else because I'm not putting those guys into anything on the front lines. But yeah. Who the heck are you? I am Silver Hair. I am Silver Hair, and I'm here doing this live stream, talking to people, having fun. Welcome. My favorite ASM artist. That's hard. There's too many. There's way too many. I'll do a top five. So my top five right now, who I'm watching, is I would say, and this is not any particular order. This is just top five in general. I just want to make that clear. So we're like, he's number one or she's number two. Like, no, there's no number one or two. So right now I'm watching Jelly Bean Green. I'm watching Selene ASMR. I'm watching let's see. Jesus. I'm blanking. That's not good. That's not good. I'm blanking. No. Massage ASMR. That's a go-to. And Dr. Andrew Michaels. Those are my five right now. That's right now. Like that could change a week from now. That could change a month from now. But those are my five I'm watching right now. Jelly Bean Green, Dr. Andrew Michaels, Selene ASMR, Massage ASMR, and I just blanked on the other one. Oh, but yeah. That was four, wasn't it? I knew I was like, there was another one I just couldn't remember. And I guess get the fifth. Let's do the fifth being. You know what? Let me just look on my phone because I have them all like saved up and everything. Like they're like it's not even. Let me just look at my phone. It's bad. I can't even think of the fifth. This is the type of struggles I deal with, guys. Let's see. Because I'm all subscribed and everything. And Blue Whisper, that was my fifth. Blue Whisper, that was my fifth. I was like, I couldn't remember the name. Like I have all the subscriptions, I just couldn't remember the name for some reason. Do you watch AOT? The acronym is probably obvious, painfully obvious, but right now my brain's just not recognizing it at all. So if you, oh, and Lunate, why did that not come up? Lunate, like I said, I'm watching a whole bunch of people. Like it like I can't like in my brain, I really can't like list. But there's so many different like ASM artists I watch. Like tonight, I could be watching Lunate. Tomorrow night, I'm watching Selene. Next day, I'm watching um Massage. Like it switches depending on the mood. Most frequent asked questions. I need to do that. Do you watch Kurona Satori? I do. I do watch Kurona Satori. Um, and like I said, she'll probably be on deck next week. Like it just kind of how it works, man. Like I like to go to different like I support as many ASM artists and even the not the ones that are starting out. Like there's a couple ones like um God, there's so many. There's a couple of new ones that are out right now that I'm watching. Like I think Cat Bailey is one. He's pretty chill. There's another one, ASMR Voyager. She's good. Cozy ASMR. There's so many. There's so many different ASMR artists that I watch that it's kind of hard to think of them all at once. Star Wars, yeah. Star Wars, till the day I die, right? Jojo ASMR. I've seen Jojo. I haven't. Honestly, I've seen his videos. I haven't like. It's not. I haven't watched him like that, but I've seen his videos. Yes. Are you going to make a Discord and can you make a video about all the sponsors? Yes, I am going to make a Discord. Actually, that's actually something I need to do. Make a Discord. Hopefully, I don't struggle with it like I did Twitch. But I'm going to make a Discord. Let's see. I like baking cookies. That's something. I had an idea, but I don't know if I'm gonna do it though. I was gonna do like a baking ASMR video or like a food ASMR video for like certain things. Like let's say you're going through this, that, and the third. Like, hey, here's something that might make you feel better. And there's a cake or Jello or cookies or whatever I choose to make. And so like we'll do like an ASMR video based on a certain situation and be like, you can do this. And yeah, I don't know. I might, depending on how creative I feel this year. That may happen. That with the room tour, whenever I decide to clean. Who are you listening to these days? Singers. Right now, let's see. Matter of fact, now that I got my phone's back free. I can tell you my playlist right now. To be honest with you, it's actually pretty sad. Let's see. Let's see. So I listen to Apple Music. So I'm subscribed to Apple Music, where basically I have a whole bunch of albums I can just listen to. You can just type in an artist and you can listen to whatever albums they put out on Apple. I could use Spotify, but I just don't use Spotify. So let's see. Right now, I'm listening to Comtrues, brand new science fiction. That's the album. Today, I was listening to Blind Melon, Foo Fighters. I'm telling you, it's bad. Roosevelt, which is, yeah, if you don't know who that is, I recommend YouTubing him. He's a really good artist. Mitch Murder, which is more of like the synth wave. Perturbator. BT. What else? What else am I listening to? Left Field, which is a 90s electronic UK band, which I love very much. More Comtrues. I have Coldplay X and Y. Gorillas. I have both Demon Days and what else I was listening to? And Humans, but like 2 songs from Humans. What else? I went on an Evanescence trip at some point. Let's go. Let's go. Tesla Boy. If you don't know who that is, they're a Russian group. They used to do more like synth wavy music, but they went into more indie. I preferred their synthy era rather than their indie era, but to each his own. Let's see. I have the 1975 Crystal Castles, more Prodigy, and the Birthday Massacre. That's my playlist right now. That's what I've been. It's everywhere, ain't it? And then a whole bunch of like 80s and 70s R&B and classic soul music that your parents probably listen to and you have no idea about. And there's the buy. It's like your playlist sucks. Get out. And I listen, and that's not the half of it. If you go on like I do YouTube I'll listen to stuff on YouTube as well. So I have a whole playlist on YouTube as well. So it's bad. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad. And so it's like you're I bet most of you are like questioning my taste in music. It's just like obviously you suck at what you do. It's like if I ever bring you to a function, you don't have to play. You're not the DJ. You're just not. You're just not. I'm not leaving because you're No, sweetie, I leave because I'm sweetie, I do that. I do that. Like oh god. Nah, listen. Do you watch Winky ASMR Bakery or Dennis ASMR? No, and it's not because I don't. I just didn't even know. There's just like I said, I'm just learning about these guys today, to tell you the truth. And just being honest, like there's a lot of ASM artists out there, so I'm still kind of like I'm still flowing with you guys. So I'm sure I've seen you before. I was like, you saw me in real life? I'm like, say hi, man. Like I'll be like, hey, what's up? 6 feet because I don't want corona. Birthday Massacre. Birthday Massacre is like that band single-handedly like got me through a lot of crap. That's all I'm gonna say. Like that, the Birthday Massacre, like I've been to if they are performing in Texas, I don't care if it's in San Antonio, Dallas, whatever, I'm going. Like when I was living, like I made an effort to go to their concerts. I love their concerts. I just they're one of they're that band that I kind of like am like weirdly obsessed with for some reason. I don't know. So yeah, the Birthday Massacre. Like I have a weird, I don't know, Canadian artists, like Canadian and UK artists for some reason. I don't know what it is, but like I've just been on like a tick for it. Like I've been listening to a lot of Canadian UK artists. Like there's this like obscure UK artist band called Dear Rouge that I started listening to. I'm like, where did this come from? And they're good. They're not that bad actually. But I've been listening to a lot of like UK and Canadian artists lately. Not like Drake or Bieber or anything like that. That's but more like artists that you guys probably don't even know about unless you either like actively research these guys or are just in the area or something. Let's see. All right, have a good night. What about Tool, A Perfect Circle? Tool, Perfect Circle, that's another band that's really influenced my life. Like Maynard is like that dude is amazing. Like seriously, I have like about 2 Tool shirts to show for it. In one, I think one a while back when I first started, I had posted a picture of me with a Tool shirt and he liked my post and I was like, Maynard liked my post. Oh my God. And I freaked out about that. But yeah, that was Los Angeles days. That's when I was living in Los Angeles. That's a while back, like 2013, 14, which was really cool. In 2016. Let's see. All I've been recent My Chemical Romance, bro. Me too. Me too. So I had a weird period growing up where I listened. So when I listened to My Chemical Romance, I listened to Three Cheers for Sweet Revenge. That was the album I listened to religiously. That was my album. And I kind of slept on the Black Parade because I wasn't a fan of the Black Parade, the song itself. Like I wasn't a fan of that song. To this day, I'm not like carry on. Like I just was never a fan of it. And so, but the other songs on the album I love. Like um what was it? Because I've been listening to My Chemical Romance a lot too. Like we're on the same wavelength here. Hold on. So I've been listening to Dead. What was another one? And House of Wolves. I love those two songs on that album, but those are the two songs I've been listening to a lot. I Don't Love You, obviously, is good. Disenchanted, Famous Last Words, Teenagers. I love, yeah, like it's just that one song on the album. I didn't really like. It wasn't terrible, but I didn't. It just wasn't my cup of tea. And so I kind of went through a weird phase. I'm just like, that album's just not good. And then I just didn't listen to it. And so I went and it's like, why did I do that? Like, what was that? And so I went and rediscovered it. And I'm just like, I slept on this album. I really slept on this album. And so, yeah, I've been listening to a lot of My Chemical Romance as well lately. Is Silver American? Sometimes I wonder. I'm American. I'm American. I don't know. Like I'm. For some reason I think I should be living in a different country. I don't know. I've always felt that I should be living in a different country because I feel like I probably fit in a lot more. But that's just me. Let's see. I want to do a collab with Butch Hartman. Sure, I'm down. Thank you. Yes. Please forgive me. I will never say that your name correctly, but like I love your videos, man. I love your videos to death. And the series that Dr. Andrew Michaels is here, which is awesome. Yes, I love that series. The hostage series you're doing is amazing. I love it. I've been watching. I've been keeping up with it, and I love it so much, man. Keep it up, please keep it up. Oh my god! And I hope we get to collab because you are the best. You are literally the best, man. Like it's not even funny. Like I remember I was going through one of the worst days of my life, and I mean like the worst days of my life. It was just I was angry or whatever was going on, and I found his vid. I found a video. You were just talking about anger. I don't know. I think you mentioned about like this homeless guy going through something, and it just really like made me put a lot of things in perspective. Like I was saying earlier, it's just like as much as I complain about, I couldn't get this webcam or my phone wasn't working. It's just like there are so many people out there that are going through like worse, like way worse. And so like, just with that perspective, it just makes you kind of see things from a balanced point of view. And so like that video, that was like, I was like, I like this guy. I love this guy so much. But yeah, one of my favorites, and it's not even funny. Um, but yeah, I was so surprised. Like, wait, what? Oh my god! Well, thank you so much. Like, likewise, dude. Likewise, man. Like, it's a pleasure to watch your videos. It really is. I mean, you are literally one of the ASM artists that got me doing this. Like, if it wasn't for you guys, paving the way, I probably wouldn't have been doing this. So I'm utterly thankful, man. Utterly thankful. Um, WWE. Do I watch WWE? I used to watch WWE. That is actually I used to watch it, and then I just got annoyed. Like it's just too staged. The NFL's getting like that too. I'm just hating. I'm hating. I'm so hating. Let's talk about the NFL before I have to get off because we've been here for an hour. So Brady's going back to the Super Bowl, and I'm not happy about it because, yeah, thank you, Saints. Anyway, I'm so like, am I watching the Super Bowl this year? Maybe not. I'm not gonna watch Super Bowl. Um, John Cena did ASMR. That's lit. But could you see him though? I did see Cardi B's ASMR. Cardi B is one of a kind. I love Cardi. Like at first when Cardi B came out, I was just like, "Are you serious, girl? Can you not?" But then as she continued, I'm like, you know what? I love Cardi B. Cardi B is all right with me, bro. It's just like I want him to do it, and I just want to see the comments because I know the comments are gonna roll in. It's just like I can't see anyone. Where is he? And I know he gets pissed. I know he hates it when people keep bringing that up. Like I know he gets tired of the joke. Like the whole John Cena joke where he would break, they would have the music and everything. I know he got tired of it, but it's still funny. Before he blew up, I've been watching it since Overwatch roleplay. Oh my god. Let's talk about that. Um the Overwatch. So here's a funny story about that. I think she still follows me on Instagram. There was a young lady who requested me do a role play, and I had never done a role play on YouTube before. It was my first one. I was like, let's give it a shot. And so she was like, she specifically wanted Lucio because she was Diva, if I said that correctly. If I didn't, don't crucify me. She wanted like basically her boyfriend to be in a role play. And I was like, yeah, sure. Why not? I've always wanted to do something that, might get me some more, viewers and whatnot. And so I tried it. It was fun. It went better than I thought it would actually. Cause when I was setting up for it, like I was struggling to get the dreads were fake, obviously. But I was struggling to get like the bands on the dreads and stuff like that and get the cosplay right. And then I also had to look for like the different components that went with the cosplay, which made it interesting. And it was fun. I really enjoyed it. But like, it was just so funny because like she was like, I can't believe you did that. I'm like, I mean, why not? Like, let's give it a shot. But I feel bad because I haven't done enough role plays lately, but that's going to change. Let's see. Peppa Pig role play ASMR. Dude, I'm going to check that out. It's me. I'm doing ASMR. It's me, Peppa Pig. Yes, ASMR is quite intricate. I love Peppa Pig. A Naruto roleplay, dude. You think I could do B? Right, B or the other guy, the other guy from the hidden clouds, hidden village in the clouds. I think I could. The thing about it is that like B is sort of annoying. I like B, but he's kind of annoying. Like, let's see. Can you do more doctor role plays? I will do more doctor role plays. I have to actually do better at them though, because sometimes I kind of get weird. Like sometimes I'm like, it's like in my brain. So while I'm doing the role play here, my brain will be like, "You're not a doctor. You're not a doctor. You're not a doctor." I'm trying. And so what would happen is that like I'll throw myself off, and it's all internal, guys. This is all internal stuff. But no, I'm gonna do another doctor role play. It's just me being silly. Try to scream in ASMR. Do you really want to get crucified? Like I was chewing gum in one video and I nearly got banned. Like I'm not screaming. No, I'm joking. It wasn't that serious. I was in a weird mood that day and I kind of over Sagittarius. I overblew that entire situation. Just some people were just kind of got triggered. I should have put warning chewing trigger, but for some reason I just wasn't thinking about it. Like I was just like, and someone was just like, why are you doing this? Like, why would you do this to me? I usually watch your videos, but why would you do this to me? It's like, I didn't realize I did something wrong. But that was my fault. That wasn't my fault, to be honest. Which is my sun sign? Follow me on Instagram. Have you seen Wiz Khalifa? No, I have not. I have not seen him do ASMR. Let's see. Dr. Facilla role play from Princess and the Frog. Funny story about that. Somebody, when I was attending Houston Community College, there was a girl who said I resembled that guy, and it really hurt because I do not have a gap in my teeth, and I'm not evil. Like she's just like, you look like doctors. No, don't go there. Don't. Like, I'm fully prepared, and this is not even a joke. And you guys are gonna quote me today when it happens, and it's gonna happen. When I make it to Hollywood, one of the roles I'm going to play as an adult when they decide to make The Princess Frog into a live action film is going to be that role. That is not a joke. I swear to God, just seems like it's just gonna happen. Like, if there is a live action film of The Princess Frog and I'm in Hollywood, he will be the role I'm going to be cast in, and there's going to be a crescendo of laughter throughout the entire United States of America, and I'm going to be a part of that laughter. And it's not a joke. That is going to happen. The fact that someone brought that up, and the fact that someone's that's happened, and like I have this like vision in my head. It's like, that would be the role I would get, man. That would be it. That would be the role that be like, hey, we got the perfect role for you. And I'll be like, really, bro? Really? But yeah, like that's like I just see it like I'm casting that role, and there's this huge crescendo of laughter on like Twitter about like, we all saw that coming. He talks about tax while doing ASMR. It's really good. That's pretty chill. Period medicines. Curse me, please. I don't want to do that. That's horrible. No. But what else? What was it? He's sexy, I guess. But like, I don't know. I actually have to be honest with you. Don't hate me, guys. I haven't seen The Princess Frog. I really haven't. I just know I just know the villain, but I haven't actually seen the movie. You know what? Looking at this webcam, I mean, this is just a random thought, guys. I did not think the picture was going to actually come out this clear, and it actually looks really nice on the computer. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna just stream on YouTube from now on until I figure something out with Twitch, or whenever I figure out my software or hardware situation with Twitch. I'm just gonna stream on YouTube because this is easier, more fun, and cleaner. Let's see. Are you planning to do acting by any chance? Of course, yeah. I'm acting. That's always on the table. Do I have a girlfriend? No, I don't. Taking applications, but I don't have one at the moment. I wanted Twitch because it's a way to kind of really expand my base, so that way I can reach people on Twitch. But I'm not worried about it. The day will come whenever I can do it. Just that day ain't today. Exactly, taking applications. There's no one in the picture right now, but you know, hopefully we have some working candidates by February 14th is coming up in about 11 days, so you got a lot of time. No, actually, let's you got a whole year, because I don't feel like spending money. Like, for Valentine's Day, I'm gonna take myself out and like get my own, like, reward myself. I don't feel like spending money on people. It's like, what's your date? Oh yeah, I'm gonna grab some whiskey and some smokes, and I'm just gonna chill here and celebrate me. That's spend money on myself. That's the perfect Valentine's Day. As much as y'all don't think it is, it really is. But yeah. Cheap, dude, man. You go to Wait till the day after Valentine's Day. Go to Kroger's, Walmart, wherever you, HEB if you got it. I got a HEB, so I'm going to HEB. And just get a whole bunch of boxes of chocolate and put it in the freezer. And just whenever you're ready, pull that sucker out when you go. Get like about 4 because they're on sale, so you can get about 4 or 5 for about like $10. And I mean like decent size like box of chocolate, not like those little boxes of chocolate, like those big old boxes of chocolate. Get about 4 or 5 of those things. Put that in the refrigerator. Pull that out when you need to, and achieve diabetes like a real man should. That's the Valentine's Day way. Actually, I found out that that it's sugar that's not there's a let's throw that argument out of there. It is an awesome Valentine's Day. Just you, whiskey, smokes, and a like box of chocolates that's all to yourself. Come on, man. Put a good movie on, you chill. Don't put on not a love movie because you'll get heartbroken and be depressed about it. Unless you're one of those types of people that like that type of stuff. Let's see. Allure? Yes, I do. I'm pretty much established that most of my followers, because every time I pull out the Sage bundle, man, someone's always referencing like weed. I'm like, y'all are all a bunch of potheads on here, aren't y'all? I love y'all to death. It's like all a bunch of potheads on here, but I love y'all to death. Like we're all part of the same cognizant. We all find each other. It is what it is. Favorite beer, let's see, Shinerbach Strawberry Blonde. Or any sort of Shinerbach Strawberry Blonde, or St. Arnold Raspberry. I like sweet beers, but someone will make fun of me about that, and that's fine. I'm cool with that. Bud Light Platinum if all else fails, and if that fails as well, Dos Equis. But then that's rare because I don't really care for Dos Equis that much. That's just me. Favorite strain? Jesus, it's hard. Let's not have that. No. I just know I prefer sativas rather than indicas. Or hybrids. Hybrids are really good for me. I like hybrids too. So let's see. So if you cast in a future Spider-Man film, short film, what would you do it? If they cast me as Miles Morales, yeah, I'll do it. Of course I'd do it. Let's see, what else? Pass is blunt. Can you say Black Lives Matter? Black Lives Matter. Black lives will always matter. Black lives more than matter. Like I prefer a head high, not a body high. That's just me. Like everybody has their own. Like I have friends who prefer the body high because they don't like the possibility of the paranoia that comes with the head high, if that makes sense. So they prefer the body high. Personally, me, I live in my head. That's the curse of being a Gemini moon. I live in my head. So I like the head high. So what happens is that like if I get to entertain. It's easy. It calms my mind. In other words, it stops me from thinking stupid stuff. Let's see. What's my sun sign? My sun sign is follow me on Instagram. It sounds so condescending. I don't mean it in a condescending way. I just answered like the astrology questions a lot. But just for the future reference, I'm a Sagittarius sun, Gemini moon, and Aquarius rising. But yeah. Can you say Aaliyah? Aaliyah? As in the singer? As in one of my favorite R&B singers of all time? I miss Aaliyah. What kind of video would you like to make in the future that you can't make in the moment right now? There's a lot. There's a lot of there's a lot of videos that I don't know why I've hesitated to get a green screen for so long. Don't ask me why. I don't know. I just haven't done it. But there's a lot of videos that I've wanted to make, but for some reason I just haven't made because I just felt like I haven't had the audience to do it. If that makes any sense. Um, so like, I feel like a lot of my audience here, you guys really like a lot of the Reiki stuff. So I try to put more of that content out so you guys get that. Whereas like for me to do role plays, which I am doing. I'm kind of like I'm trying to like slowly put out role plays out to kind of build that audience that wants the role plays. Because I've noticed like a lot of my role play videos, except for the Lucio one, the one that really the big one, they don't really get that many views. Like people will watch it and they'll be like, it's okay, but they prefer more Reiki and spiritual stuff, which is cool. Like that's kind of my niche. But I'm gonna kind of just stuff with like really deep role play type of videos, like where it's more like you're engulfed in it rather than me kind of doing it behind these lights like I've been doing. My battery's about to die. Sorry. How are you doing? This whole pandemic. I'm doing good. I'm actually doing pretty good. The pandemic. I'm kind of a homebody myself. My stomach will start talking in a couple seconds. I'm kind of a homebody myself. So when the pandemic hit and I had to be quarantined, I wasn't necessarily freaking out about it. Like I was actually pretty like literally, I was one of those weird people where there's like, there's a quarantine. We all got to be inside. I'm like, yes. And so like when there was nobody on the streets, when there was nobody out, I was kind of like enjoying it because I'm one of those types of people where I'm like, I'm just not even lying. Like I was like, I like that it's quiet, especially in Houston, Texas. There's nobody on the road. There's no traffic. There's no accidents. This was nice as hell. And so whenever, now in Houston, all that stuff's got lifted at this point. The zoo's open. Everything's just lifted back to where it used to be to some degree, I guess. And so I'm like, ugh. Damn. Like I don't know. I mean, and that's just me. I was really freaking out about the fact of possibility of getting sick, but the quarantine didn't freak me out. Being like the only one out, that didn't freak me out. I like that. That was nice. It was quiet. That's the word, quiet. What movie would you like to act in? A good hacker on the streets trying to secure the company's birthday. The hacker movie sounds a lot more fun. I want movies where I can actually like really enjoy the role. I want to do movies where I can like, I want to do movies where I enjoy playing the role. I don't want to do a film where it's just like, I didn't like playing this dude at all, or where it's just like not because there's certain characters you're gonna play. It's gonna be, especially with method acting, which I studied method acting for a couple years. Like I studied method acting for 4 or 5 years. There's certain roles that you have to play where you have to go to very tough positions, and I mean, I'm trained enough to do that. Like if I have to go in for like a role where I'm playing like a patient that has cancer and is dying, I can do that. It's just you got to get into that mental state to do that. I would much rather prefer playing a role that's more fun and like adventurous than something dark and sad and depressing. But the dark and sad and depressing win Oscars, so you never know. So you take the good with the bad, man. But let's see, what did it do for YouTube? I worked in a salon. I worked as a salon coordinator once for a hair salon and then for a eyelash salon. Now I know what you're thinking. That's not a very manly job, is it? It technically really wasn't. I didn't think it was. But it was basically me just kind of like making appointments, setting things up, just kind of getting everything set up. And it was just the technical side of the salon business, not really. Would you write a giraffe neck or a gorilla back? if the animals give me the permission to do so. I don't know. Yeah, it's like you gotta see if the animals are okay with that. Like, man, I'm like, hey, giraffe, can I ride your neck? It's like, maybe so, maybe so. Um, but can you say my mom's name? I'm so sorry. I'm sorry about that. Let's see. I'll say so. If I say it, please don't get upset if I say it incorrectly. Anahai, Anahai. If I said it, it's correct. Please say if I said it right, correctly. I'm sorry if I didn't. Um, you didn't notice Dean ASMR? Wait, what? No, I've just been talking, so please forgive me. If he popped in and I've just been talking, please forgive me. I've literally just been on my own tangent. It's nothing personal. It's just like, um, how did I become so confident in myself? I stopped caring about stuff, about little things. Um, Dean was here. Dean was here, and I didn't notice because I was talking. I'm sorry. Well, if he's still here, I love you. I apologize. I've been everywhere. My brain will be everywhere, and I will be talking about a whole bunch of stuff. Like literally, that's just part of the. Yeah, and then they retracted the message. Anyways, thank you. Uh, let's see. What else before I head out? Because it's been an hour and 30 minutes now. So only supposed to stay here an hour. I'm going to be back on Friday night and be back here again to talk with you lovely people about life and just random discussions we talk about. Because what else we do? But anyways, let's see. One more question. Let's see if I can get another question before I go. If not, my stomach will talk you guys to death. Any advice for staying motivated and working in school? Here's the thing, and this is my best thing for motivation. I'm only motivated when I really want to do something. And so for school, I know school can get very tedious, especially when it comes to whatever you're trying to achieve, whatever degree you're trying to get. Just remember, like, and I'm telling you right now, just remember it. You'll just keep going, even if there's days where you don't want to do it. Like there's some days where I wake up and I'm like, do I really want to make a video today? You just gotta do it. Those are the days when you really gotta do it. The days when you don't want to do it is the days when you really gotta do it. That's the best advice I can give anybody when it comes to motivation. Those moments where you're tired and you don't want to get up and deal with what you got to deal with, that's when you gotta do it. That's when you gotta, because if you don't, it's not gonna go away. It's just you're gonna hate yourself if you don't do it. So that's my thing. Thank you guys for showing up to my lives and not leaving me astray, Twitch. Oh man, thank you guys for showing up because I was so sad on Twitch. I'm like, hello. No one's there, and it's just like crickets. nothing here but us crickets. But it is what it is, man. Like I'm here, and this feels better. Can you? I don't know why my brain's not comprehending something right now. Imagine how awkward. No, my brain shut down for like a couple seconds. That happens. You have to understand that does happen. Like you'll be someone will ask me a question and just my brain will be like, and I'm like, what? Like say like you gotta think. And it's just like I don't have to do anything. I could just stare at this random object for like 5-10 seconds and people will think we're insane. It's like oh God. Anyways, let's see. You can, sad legend. You can send me it. Oh, that's so yeah. It is. I actually got a 14-year-old girl to decorate it for me. She gave me the whole blueprint. I gave her the blueprints and everything, and she did a damn good job at it. Looks nice. Let's see. Oh, okay. Like I told you, my brain just froze there. Hold on. Can you see? Let's see. Did she get that coin? I don't know. But yeah. I have a lot of ideas floating around in my head. And it's just to get them done and just to execute those said ideas. Really, it's almost like you look your room looks like a 14-year-old girl. I'm like, yeah, well, 14-year-old girls are very creative. You never know. Like, yeah, I don't give a crap about a lot of stuff these days. What am I going to eat? I don't know. It won't make a difference. It's still gonna talk. It just likes to have conversations. Like it's true. Like my stomach will still talk. Like I can put anything in it. It's just gonna talk. It likes to talk. Until I get the Humira in my system, which will probably be until next week. But yeah. Anyways, let me get off this stream before it get testy. Because I've actually went over my time anyway. But I just want to check in with you guys because I felt bad about the Twitch that decided to go kaput for the second time in a row tonight. And so like, yeah, from now on, I'm just going to do my lives on here on YouTube. And eventually, whenever life decides to be kinder to me, no Mercury retrograde, hopefully, and my electronics get better, I'm going to switch. I'm going to not like consistently switch over to Twitch, but like I'm going to do both like YouTube and Twitch. But now I have the equipment to do stuff and not be laggy like I did on Twitch. That was a weird moment in time today, guys. Anyways, thank you guys for joining me tonight. I'm again sorry about the technical difficulties yesterday and today too, to some degree. But I am very, very happy you guys stuck with me. I'm very, very, very happy and excited that we had some really cool guests drop in today. That made my night. Really did. It really made my night, even if I completely went and blanked out on Dean when he was here. But just know that you guys made my night. Thank you so much. You guys have a good night. Take care. Check out the video that I just released today. And I'll see you guys again on Friday, hopefully, if things go according to plan. But that's about it. Have a good night.